Hi, thank you for joining me in another episode of Chad Sports Talk. You said no, my name's Chad, and I take a dive into world sports. This week, I could do my Week 5 NFL preview. Hopefully this week I improve slightly from what I did last week by my abysmal 7-9 prediction. Like I said, the plans were aligned in a certain configuration where both New York teams decided to show up and play. So just go ahead and start off our Week 5 matchups with Thursday Night Football with the LA Rams go up to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. This is another big-time NFC West showdown between two prominent teams, and Stafford versus Wilson. I mean, the two prolific quarterbacks right now in the NFL. And which one's better? Stafford has shown to be seems to be was a missing piece for the LA Rams offense, as they've been clicking except for last week. And Russell Wilson has enjoyed many years of success up in Seattle under Pete Carroll's tutelage. The Seahawks defense is nothing what it used to be. That was evident against Minnesota a couple weeks ago. It was pretty much evident last week. But they did end up winning in San Francisco. But I think the Rams D is going to look to rectify the situation that happened to them thanks to the Cardinals. And they're definitely going to be a lot harder for Russell to get past. And I think the Rams will win in Seattle. Off to Sunday, the NFL returns to London. That's right, the International Series is back. No travel restrictions are lifted, and the NFL gives England the Jets and the Falcons. Really? These two teams? Only 2 wins between them? I mean, really? But you get the rookie succession, Zach Wilson for the Jets. You have the veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan, for the Falcons. But I'll get to the Jets. This one's a really another 50-50 toss-up. Sorry, England, for giving these two lackluster teams. Returning back to Estados Unidos. And we'll go down to H-Town where the Texans will host the Patriots. I think the Texans will give the Patriots a few things to worry about for a little bit. This won't be it won't be a cakewalk for the Patriots. Lovie Smith should show them a few things. But the Patriots will find a way. Belichick always does. And I think New England will end up prevailing at the end. Up in Minnesota, we got the Lions visiting the Vikings. The Lions just didn't do anything with Chicago. They start coming back towards in the second half. It seems by their MO. First half, let the team score up on them, and then second half, try to make it look interesting. And right now for Minnesota, which team shows up? I mean, really, this is the one that was a lackluster versus against Cleveland and just couldn't score anything after the first quarter, or is the one that stifled Seattle and just Kirk Cousins was thrown all over the place. However, Detroit likes to shoot himself in the leg, not the foot, the leg. And I'm looking for Minnesota rebound against Detroit. Next up, Philadelphia at Carolina. The Panthers look to rebound after their loss in Dallas, even though they look decent, but their defense did get shredded in that third quarter. And I think Philly's D is prime target. I mean, they got lit up by Mahomes. Philly's offense looked good, but against that horrible Chiefs defense, Carroll's defense was looking to straighten up their act after getting decimated by Dak. And I think the Panthers will be able to hold off Philadelphia. To the nation's capital, where the Saints will be hosted by Washington, and I think it's time to embrace Heineke. This guy has been showing that he's capable to lead this offense. They have thrived under his tutelage. And right now, the Saints' defense is just a shadow to form themselves, and they'll get shell-shocked again by Heineke as to Washington should win easily against the Saints. Tennessee would then travel to Jacksonville. Oh, Jacksonville. What to say about this franchise right now? Urban Meyer's off-field antics has really shook that Jags locker room. Do you have less confidence in Urban Meyer? You know, the Jags have continued to improve each week, even though each week they get better and better in that first half, but the second half they just give up. And the Titans are looking to try to straighten their trajectory after that lackluster a performance against the Jets. So they'll look to take advantage of a squabbling Jags team, and they should escape Jacksonville with the victory. Miami would then head up to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers, and Dolphins DB no match for TB12, and the Buccaneers should win easy. Green Bay and Cincinnati. This looks like a very, very good matchup. The Bengals now have a stronger bite with the Burrows-Chase connection. Aaron should make this game interesting, but I'll give the edge to Cincinnati to take care of Aaron Rodgers. Then you have Denver at Pittsburgh. One with the aging quarterback, one with a clueless one if Luck starts, I say. Injuries on the Broncos will hamper them. I mean, right now Bridgewater is still under concussion protocol in the time of this video. So it's hard to determine, which team shows up. Even Big Ben's hurt with old man injuries. And it's just that Steelers have a Swiss cheese in terms of offensive line, should I say. And the Broncos D should capitalize on that. And I think they should be easily rebound against, but I'll still give the edge to Pittsburgh. I think their defense will kind of keep Denver in check. Ben Roethlisberger should do just enough to give the Steelers a victory. Now we head on to the bright lights of Sin City, where the Las Vegas Raiders will host the Chicago Bears. Fields is now QB1. Raiders D is 10 times better than Detroit's. There's going to be a huge challenge for Justin Fields, much like that Cleveland game. If they perform the exact same way, that they did against Detroit, then compared to Cleveland, maybe. But however, the Bears O-line is still very weak. It did improve versus Detroit, but once again, it's Detroit. And the Raiders are looking to try to avoid losing 2 in a row. But if the Bears defense mimics what the Chargers did to Aaron Carr, should be better. If the Bears offense perform like they did against Detroit, I know, still Detroit, the Bears should perform better. And may come to a shock to some people if you take a look around the background and what's on my head, but I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. I think the Bears be able to pull it off against Vegas and shock them. Kind of shock the world a bit. I think Justin Fields will throw his first NFL touchdown. So we'll see. Things should improve in Chicago, and this week should be the next step in that. And back out to SoFi, where the Chargers will host the Browns. I still see the Chargers just continuing to roll what they're doing. Right now, they're firing all cylinders. The Browns offense struggled against Minnesota, and Baker doesn't look like he was the past couple years ago. So I don't know what they need to do, but I think the Chargers will end up winning as the Browns sputter again. The Giants now invade Jerry's World to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Daniel Jones has become a quality quarterback. He lit up that Saints defense for 400 yards. The Cowboys defense still coughed up over 300 yards to Carolina in their victory. So I have a feeling that it's going to happen again. And it should be, Dan Jones should be able to pick up big numbers against Dallas D again. Especially with this being a divisional game, things go amped up tenfold between these two. And with the Giants D, I think they should give Dak and Zeke some issues, and I'm going to be like Bart Scott on Get Up, and I'll take the Giants to upset the Cowboys. In another big NFC West clash, the Cardinals are be hosting the 49ers. And right now, the 49ers don't know exactly who's going to be under quarterback or under center. Is it going to be Jimmy G? It's going to be Lance? I don't think it really matters who's in charge of that Niners offense right now. Way the Cardinals are playing, it doesn't matter which defense they're facing. They took care of the Rams defense. They'll be able to take care of the Niners defense. And I think the Redbird attack will be ferocious, and they'll remain undefeated. Sunday night, the Bills will travel to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. The KC defense will be no match for Josh Allen. It's just, and that Bills defense will give Mahomes some headaches. So it's just going to be another huge performance by Allen and Mahomes. It's going to be a close contest, but I think the Bills will end up winning. And then Monday night, the Colts return to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Ravens' defense should contain the Colts. The Colts' defense should also be able to contain Lamar Jackson. Colts' defense is a lot better than I think a lot of people give them credit for. But I can't bet against Lamar on this particular matchup. I do think Lamar Jackson will be too much for the Colts in the end, and Baltimore end up winning on Monday night. Well, those are my picks for this week. Like I said, hopefully I go better than 79 did last week. Currently I'm 18-14 in just 2 weeks, so I'm not doing very well. If I'm like an NFL head coach, I'll probably be out of a job. But only time will tell. Let me know in the comments who you think. Let's go in certain matchups. Which pick you think is probably the most ridiculous of mine besides the Bears. And I look forward to interacting with you in terms of this and for some friendly banter back and forth. Hey, after you leave that comment, go ahead, smash that thumbs up for me. Give me a like. When you do that, you can also subscribe if you wish. Once you subscribe, you hit that bell notification. Let you know next time I post a video. And I'll see you soon on Chat Sports Talk.